The Princess Royal visits the Wormwood Scrubs Pony Center in West London. The Imperial family of Japan hosts a luncheon for the President and First Lady of Kenya in Tokyo. And the Royal Court of Denmark makes a major announcement regarding the King and Queen of Denmark. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Friday, February 9th, 2024. In Copenhagen, the Royal Court of Denmark announced that Their Majesties King Frederik X and Queen Mary of Denmark will carry out state visits to the Kingdom of Sweden and the Kingdom of Norway, as well as visit the Faroe Islands and Greenland beginning on May 6th, 2024. Their Majesties will be traveling to each country aboard the Royal Yacht Dannebroge. This will be the first overseas visit for Their Majesties since the King's succession to the throne on January 14th, 2024. The overseas tour begins with a state visit to the Kingdom of Sweden from May 6th through the 7th. This will be followed by a state visit to the Kingdom of Norway on May 14th through May 15th. Per the Royal Court of Denmark, quote, the first state visits will provide the occasion for the new King and Queen to meet with the sovereigns in Sweden and Norway, and they will thus mark the close relations between the Nordic monarchies. In June, the Royal Yacht Dannebroge will sail north on a cruise of the realm. The King and Queen will visit the Faroe Islands in mid-June, June 11th through 14th, tentative, and then Greenland, June 29th through July 8th, tentative, end quote. Further information regarding the upcoming overseas tour will be announced in due course, so please stay tuned. On Wednesday, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden attended the opening of the exhibition entitled Nordbor, Nordic Life at the Nordiska Museet in Stockholm. Nordic life, developed in collaboration with experts from universities and museums in Sweden, is the largest exhibition ever held at the museum. According to the official website for the Nordiska Museet, the interactive exhibition, quote, spans the entire top floor of the museum and includes approximately 4,000 objects spread across 27 rooms. The exhibition allows visitors to explore how culture and life in the Nordic region have been shaped and reshaped through the interactions between people, nature, and climate for 500 years. What does nature mean to the people? What do families and homes look like? What do Nordic people believe in, dream about, fear, and find solace in? The main characters of the exhibition are portrayed life stories from our collections. Visitors will encounter individuals who live or have lived here in reality. The narrative unfolds through the changing seasons of the Nordic nature, a shaped experience for the people living in the Nordic region, regardless of time and context. End quote. Nordbor, Nordic Life, will be open to the public beginning on February 10th, 2023 at the Nordiska Museet. Meanwhile, in Gothenburg, His Royal Highness Prince Daniel of Sweden attended Go West Nordic Venture Capital Forum 2024. According to a press release, Go West is one of Scandinavia's premier venture capital forums, quote, for startups, scale-ups, and investors in pre-seed to Series A stages. Go West is a part of a larger project that aims to strengthen the supply of capital within and to West Sweden by increasing the region's international visibility and attracting international investors, talent, and industry stakeholders. The project gathers forces to strengthen the supply of capital to startup and scale-up companies in our region in collaboration with investors, industry, and ecosystem stakeholders. End quote. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway visited the Bergen Offshore Wind Center at the University of Bergen. According to the Royal Court of Norway, the Bergen Offshore Wind Center aims, among other things, to be a, quote, competence center for research, education, and innovation within offshore wind energy at an international level, and will contribute to the United Nations Sustainability Goal number 7, affordable and clean energy for all. The center focuses on 3 main areas: wind resources, the location of wind farms, and the operation of wind farms." End quote. In Tokyo, their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan, hosted a luncheon in honor of the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, and First Lady Rachel Ruto at the Imperial Palace. The President and the First Lady, along with a large delegation, are on an official visit to Japan. The purpose of the visit is to strengthen bilateral as well as economic ties between the two countries. On Thursday, the President witnessed the signing of several memorandums of understanding in the ICT, health, finance, security, and defense sectors. Back to today's luncheon. Also attending the luncheon was His Imperial Highness Crown Prince Akishino of Japan and Her Imperial Highness Princess Aiko of Japan. Unfortunately, Her Imperial Highness Crown Princess Kiko of Japan was unable to attend today's luncheon. The reason? The Crown Princess has been suffering from, quote, gastrointestinal problems, end quote, since December, according to the Imperial Household Agency. The IHA also noted that during the luncheon, Princess Aiko was, quote, seated next to a female Kenyan minister, and while occasionally using an interpreter, she told her that she was studying Japanese literature at university, and that she had visited 2 foreign countries, England and the Netherlands, end quote. Prior to the luncheon, the Emperor and Empress held a meeting with the President and the First Lady. Thereafter, Crown Prince Akishino and Princess Aiko were introduced. Quote, Princess Aiko introduced herself using simple Swahili, end quote. On Thursday, in Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg received letters of credence for newly appointed ambassadors to the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg at the Palais Grand Ducal. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the People's Democratic Republic of Laos, the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, the Kingdom of Bhutan, and Malaysia. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Prime Minister of Luxembourg, Mr. Luc Frieden, attended the 25th anniversary celebrations of the Luxembourg Foundation held at the Savings Bank. Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians visited a primary school and out turnout on the occasion of Flemish Week Against School Bullying 2024. The Flemish Week Against School Bullying aims to raise awareness among teachers, students, and young people about the issue of bullying. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, during the visit, the Queen, quote, learned about the school's anti-bullying program, which is based on the Kiva philosophy, in which students learn to recognize bullying behavior and how to respond to it appropriately, end quote. On Thursday afternoon, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians attended the Agency for Foreign Trade's annual New Year reception held at Château de Val-Duchesse. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, for 20 years, the AFT has been, quote, contributing to the organization of state visits and economic missions abroad, as well as the dissemination of information on foreign markets, end quote. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held a military audience with a group of colonels at Palacio Real de Madrid. The colonels were recently assigned to assume command of various military units, according to the Royal Court of Spain. On Thursday, the King presided over the inauguration of the new headquarters of the Colegio de Registradores de España in Madrid. According to the Royal Court of Spain, the inauguration of the new headquarters coincides with the celebration of the anniversary of the mortgage law, which created the Colegio de Registradores de España, sanctioned on February 8, 1861, by Queen Isabel II and endorsed by the Minister of Grace and Justice, Santiago Fernández Negrete. Quote, an institution was then born in demand due to the economic and social circumstances of the time, to facilitate land credit, provide security to property, ending usury, avoiding lawsuits, and putting an end to the hidden charges existing on the properties." End quote. On Thursday in West London, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, as Vice Patron of the British Horse Society, visited the Wormwood Scrubs Pony Center at the Wormwood Scrubs Park on the occasion of the club's 35th anniversary. According to the newspaper York Press, during the visit, Mr. James Hick, the CEO of the BHS, which supports the Wormwood Scrubs Pony Center, told the princess, quote, "On behalf of all of us here, I would also like to pass on our sincere thoughts to His Majesty the King at this time and to your family." End quote. And finally, Her Royal Highness Princess Marina Doria of Savoy, the Royal Highnesses Prince Emanuele Filiberto and Princess Clotilde of Savoy, Her Royal Highness Princess Victoria of Savoy, Her Royal Highness Princess Louisa of Savoy, and Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Pia of Savoy, attended the funeral reception of the late His Royal Highness Prince Vittorio Emanuele of Savoy, Prince of Naples, at the San Uberto Chapel in Torino, Italy. Prince Vittorio Emanuele of Savoy passed away on February 3rd in Geneva, Switzerland. He was 86 years old. Tomorrow, the funeral of the late prince will take place at the Duomo di Torino. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, February 10th with all the latest royal news. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.